Hello, my name is Steve, the Affordable Life Coach. If you're interested in transforming your life or just have someone to talk to that's not a family member or friend is going to give you honest feedback, my email is in the description. Consultation's free. Today we're going to talk about people that judge and criticize us and how to respond to them. We are automated to defend ourselves, to protect ourselves, to neutralize a verbal threat. And we don't realize that we actually do ourselves a disservice when we do that, because the more you try to convince someone that their opinion is wrong, the deeper they dig in their heels and the more resentment that they get, and the more they solidify their belief about you. And I also do couples coaching, marriage coaching. And when I'm coaching a couple, or when a client comes to me with something that happened at work or happened with a family member, I'm very interested on how they responded to the situation. And most time they said, oh, that really bothered me. It got me aggravated. It upset me. It disappointed me. Or I lashed out towards them. And I'm like, okay, that's one strategy. Let's try a different strategy. Let's try asking questions. So if, for example, let's say you're in a relationship or you live together, you're married, and one partner says, I feel like I'm doing all the chores in the house and you're not carrying your fair share. And let's see, you feel like you are doing a lot of work in the house. One is you have to figure out what's really going on. Is that the issue, or is your partner upset about something else? And oftentimes it can be partially that, but it could also be they're upset about something else. And you want to be curious and ask questions. And so, okay, what do you feel like I'm not doing enough? Or what areas would you like me to contribute more? What areas do you see me as currently contributing and that you're aware of? Because a lot of the things that I do in my marriage and other people that I hear that they'll do in their marriage are back end stuff, are stuff that your partner might, your wife, your husband might not even see or recognize, like dealing with insurances, dealing with taxes, dealing with bills, dealing with customer service issues, running errands. And some of the stuff that's on the front end gets a lot of the spotlight, like cleaning, cooking, laundry. And your partner might not even be aware of, like, hey, I am taking care of a lot of things. It's just not out in the open. It's something I do behind the scenes. And then you have a discussion about, well, what do you think would be equitable for you? So again, you're being curious. You're helping them better understand what you do if they're not aware of it. And you're having a conversation instead of that knee-jerk reaction to defend yourself. And then also figure out, is there something else going on that's making you upset? What else do you need in the relationship? And maybe it's just that they need more quality time. Maybe they need to go out on a date. Maybe they need more friends and they're not getting enough socializing. There could be a multitude of factors, and you're not going to figure that out if you're just defensive. And a lot of reasons why people are defensive is because, one, we don't want to be judged and criticized because it can, and to lose our status. So if your partner or your boss thinks you're not doing a good enough work, we could lose a pay raise, we could lose a promotion, we could be fired. And so the inclination is to prove your boss, no, I am doing that a good job. And if you have to prove you're doing a good job by convincing your boss or your partner, something's not working right. And it's much better to find solutions. And so asking your boss, okay, the similar questions. What projects are you aware of that I'm currently working on? And then they could leave out half the projects you're working on. What are you aware of that my current responsibilities? And they could not be aware. Again, you're not telling them, well, I do this and I do that and I have all these projects and I'm overworked and I'm overwhelmed and I don't feel appreciated. That does nothing for you. What we're doing is we're playing the long game here. We're not trying to twist someone's arm to believe what we're saying. We're trying to find a constructive solution in which to build a bridge together and for them to see us from a different perspective and to see that we're open and receptive to constructive feedback, and that we can make the necessary changes, or we could just educate them through questioning to see what they're aware of and just leave out any holes in their knowledge. And most importantly, thank them. Oftentimes we need constructive feedback. And when I'm in a coaching session with a client and they give me constructive feedback, hey, Steve, this is not working for me. I want to try something different. Or, hey, Steve, I feel like you're being too gentle with me, or you're being too radically honest with me, or you're challenging me in an area that I'm just not, that I'm insecure about. Whatever it is, you're too. The thing that I hear the most is you're too direct and honest, and I don't sugarcoat it. And if I could change, if I feel there's some validity to that, and it's not going to go against the way I coach or my value system of feeling the need in my relationships and in my coaching to tell people the truth, because it's so rare that people are told the truth. Because especially with someone who's defensive, I have a few clients that are hyper defensive, and so it alters the way I talk to them. But I will let them know that, hey, I work for you, and you're sensitive, or the things that I said to you upset you, so that's going to cause me to hold back what I want to say. And some people are like, okay, that's fine, I'm okay with that. And then if they're okay with that, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to lie to them, but I'm not going to be as direct and honest, radically honest with them, because they can't handle it. And really, when we can't handle it, what we can't handle is the disapproval. And the second thing that people don't recognize, you'll be a lot more resilient to getting constructive feedback when you do this. Stop beating yourself up afterwards. That is like the biggest factor that causes people to be so defensive when they get constructive criticism, is because they can't handle their own inner critic afterwards that judges them and thinks, oh, I made a mistake. What I did was so wrong. You know what? You're human. You're gonna make mistakes every day. And I make mistakes every day, and I journal about it, and I reflect upon it, and I look how I can grow from it. And it's an opportunity. Most people don't see it that way. They see I'm defective, I'm broken, and I need to fix myself. And if I'm not getting approved by other people, that means something's wrong with me. Man, that is a toxic way to live your life. It creates insecurity, fear, self-doubt, and people-pleasing. And that leaves you powerless. My coaching philosophy and life philosophy is we want to be empowered, and we don't blame other people. My boss did this, my partner did that, they upset me. Take responsibility for our reactions and use what happens in life to grow and evolve and become a better version of ourselves every day. And it's not the world, it's not the politicians, it's not your employer, it's not other employees. It's you are the problem and you are the solution. And when you realize that, you develop this shield that when you get constructive feedback or criticism, it bounces right off of you. And that's what feels good about being a human, being alive and growing, and being able to see that, every month you're getting 1 or 2% better. And you wake up looking for these opportunities for, hey, I hope someone is going to give me some constructive feedback. I hope I do have some challenges, and I hope I fail or make a mistake, because it is going to be the fertilizer I need to grow. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you find this valuable. And if you'd like some complimentary session to just give coaching a try, no cost to you, and then ridiculously affordable prices afterwards, my email's in the description. And thanks for watching.